Welcome to the SEC Unfiltered platform here. We have the Tennessee reaction. Unfortunately, not good for Tennessee here. Purdue will advance to the Final Four in Phoenix next week with a 72-66 win over the Volunteers. Again, a fantastic year for Tennessee. First of all, you're going to have some people out there, some clowns, some critics, again, killing Rick Barnes for not being able to get over the hump, only one Final Four and numerous tournament appearances. Yeah, it's not great, but Elite Eight, nothing to hang your hat on. SEC regular season champs, nothing to hang your hat on. This isn't a year you judge Rick Barnes on that. Last year, maybe. This year, you're not. I won't even hear you out on that. Like, again, great year, just couldn't get over the hump. Lost to Purdue twice. Purdue was the better team. Call it what it is. Beat them twice this year in Maui, and they just beat them in the Midwest Elite Eight. So it is what it is. I don't want to hear the Rick Barnes can't get it done. You're not putting your nose up in the air. I don't care who you are with an SEC regular season championship in an Elite Eight. If you have, you've never done it. If you are, you've probably never done it before, or your team's never done it before. So just want to get that out of the way first. But this game specifically, I mean, Dalton Connect doing Dalton Connect things. I mean, 37 points, 14 for 31 for the field. I mean, overall, pretty well clean game. Y'all know me. When I'm doing these, I love turnovers overall. Clean game. I mean, you only had Purdue with 10. Tennessee was 7. Just looking at the box score initially here. Tennessee shot 38% from the field, 42% from 3. Purdue, 45% from the field, 20% from 3. Zach Edey, though, dominant, 40 points, 13 for 21 from the field. And I know everybody's going to make all of the officials. It is what it is when you play Zach Edey. It is. You're going to have a ton of foul differentials. He's not going to commit a bunch of fouls. And to be fair to them, Tennessee doesn't have they don't have a bunch of offensive threats. Jonas Adu, Toby Awaka, guys like that, JP Estrella are not offensive threats in the front court for Tennessee. And Purdue's strategy, how they defended, showed that. So, I mean, from when people are like, well, he didn't have a foul, it's like, well, I mean, should he have had some? Yeah, there's probably, yeah. Again, I'm the biggest critic of all for college basketball officials. The most inconsistent sport officiated on this planet. I'm the first to tell you that. But overall, though, I mean, it's going to happen. I mean, let's look at the foul differential here. How many? Let me go back to that. I mean, we got fouls here. 25 to the only Tennessee had 25, and Purdue had 12. From a free throw standpoint here, we had Tennessee shot 11 and Purdue shot 33. But again, everybody I think it's played them. It complains about this. All the teams in the Big 12, Tennessee early in the year, Alabama when they played in Toronto earlier in the year. They don't know. Officials don't know how to defend Zach Edey. I don't. And again, I kill them all the time. This is something not on their side. I just don't give them as much flack as I do some other stuff. Now, the way how games change from being officiated from the first half and second half, I'm a massive critic for college basketball officials there. It's terrible. But, I mean, overall here, just initial thoughts here. I mean, I'm not going to keep rubbing it in, talking about it. There's 2 initial thoughts on this game and why Tennessee specifically did not advance this afternoon in Detroit. I thought the defensive front court was soft. I thought guys like Jonas Adu was really soft. I thought that was a key in this game as well. Toby Awaka got into some foul trouble as well. They had to bring in the true freshman JP Estrella to try to get some minutes. Held his own from as a freshman a little bit, but still just too much for Zach Edey, being veteran versus a true freshman. Just way too much for him right there. So I don't blame him. Who I do blame is Jonas Adu. Just really soft. 2 boards, 0 points. He looked like he was intimidated of Zach Edey, to be completely honest with you. I mean, he did. He looked like he was completely intimidated of him. I mean, it's not – you're going to look at the score and they only scored 72 points. You're going to be, well, I mean, he didn't totally dominate. He scored 40 points, man. He scored 40 points. I mean, who we got? 40 points from Zach Edey, then Fletcher Lawyer 14. After that, the next high score is 9 with Braden Smith. Like, it's the Zach Edey and Fletcher Lawyer show. They did that against Tennessee in Maui. I think Edey went for 23 or something, and Lawyer went for 19 in Maui when they played earlier. I mean, for Tennessee, outside of Connect, they couldn't find that second score. I mean, he went 37. He was 14 for 31, 6 from 12 from the other, 37 points. You needed it. This was the year everybody kept being, hey, Tennessee has a bucket getter and go get him. That's true. But you also have to have somebody else to go score behind him. I mean, look at Alabama's run. Not trying to bring it up, sore subject, Tennessee fans. But they had a different guy without their second best player step up every night. In the first night game against Charleston, everybody shot well. They shot 60% from 3. Second night, it was somebody, Muhammad Diabate, true freshman, coming off the bench, getting some boards, some big putbacks. It was the Grant Nelson game against North Carolina in the Sweet 16. And last night, it was the Jaron Stevenson game. 19 points, man. It was someone different every night helping out Mark Sears. And it's usually Dalton Connect bringing his lunch pail, being hit, the consistent offensive threat for Tennessee night in, night out, but no one was behind him. I mean, the next highest score there was Zakai Ziegler with 9 points. And I would say Zakai Ziegler played a poor game, 3 from 12 from the field, 1 for 8 from the 3. Just couldn't get any of those teardrops, mid-range teardrops going. That was disappointing. So those were the two things that stood out to me. That's the reason why they're not advancing to go to Phoenix. Again, I thought the front court played soft against Zach Edey. I mean, Zach Edey just totally dominated. Let me read that stat line again. 13 for 21, 16 boards for 40 points. I mean, that's just soft by Jonas Adu. And even JP Estrella, but I don't give him as much because he gave him the best look. I mean, Rick Barnes decided to sub Estrella in over Adu. He knew Adu was playing soft. So between Adu playing soft, and again, nothing older, Zach Edey's a beast. Best big man in the game, obviously. And then Zakai Ziegler just not stepping up in the mid-range, hitting some open shots, or not even just Zakai Ziegler. You didn't have anybody else. I mean, Vesky played a little bit, not much. Gainey got 6 points, maybe expected a little bit, but no one else contributed offensively. Don't connect. So it wasn't enough for Purdue to beat Purdue. Purdue 2-0 against the Vols this year. But again, anybody that tells you different, fantastic year for Tennessee. I keep saying it. SEC regular season champs, Elite 8 run, left some meat on the bone. Wish you would have got it. You could have had another chance to beat Purdue, get some revenge for them in Maui. But again, you shouldn't be motivated by revenge. In the Elite 8 round. Alabama didn't win last night because of revenge against Clemson. They won because they were the better basketball team last night. Tennessee wasn't the better basketball team today. And they're not in general. And that's why Purdue's advancing to Phoenix to the Final Four to compete for a national championship still. But fantastic year for Tennessee. Rick Barnes. You're going to hear the basketball casuals, the Tennessee football fans, the guys who don't follow the program hard. And I bet there's a ton of great Tennessee basketball fans out there. And I think deep down they understand the game and appreciate what Rick Barnes has done at Tennessee. This is not one of those years, people, I'm telling you, to go critique him. I thought he did a fantastic job this year. Really hit hard on the evaluation of Dalton Connect. But, man, unfortunate for Tennessee today. But, again, nothing to hold your head out. Fantastic season. But I'm your host, Dave Shumate from Mach 10 Sports, just recapping Tennessee's 72-66 loss to Purdue in the Midwest region of Detroit today. We're coming at you. We still got an SEC team. Alabama advancing to Phoenix next week, opening up against UConn. So we got March Madness SEC content still coming at you. SEC baseball, we're just getting in the midst of conference play, and then obviously spring football. So we'll keep bringing you the action. Again, I'm your host, Dave Shumate from Mach 10 Sports. You have a fantastic day.